Hello and welcome to the Rena Riffel Podcast. Today we are here with our special guest and introducing Jonathan Zabel-Lloyd. Yay!
Hi, Rena. How are you? You look stunning. Hi, babe.
Oh my, I'm
Rena,
so
honey,
happy
you look
we are here
stunning.
today.
Thank
And
you, honey. We're
oh,
fabulous.
we are
How are you
fabulous.
doing, honey? How are you doing?
I'm good. I dressed up today, just because today we're going to talk about the movie Kiss of the Spider Woman. It's the new film that's out now, starring Jennifer Lopez. And so we're gonna learn a little bit about this movie. And Jonathan is not only a fabulous, we'll say fabulous about like 50,000 times during this
We love that.
podcast, but
Yes.
Jonathan is an amazing actor. And he is also like a film buff, I guess we would say.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and we've been friends for quite a long time, like
20 years.
No, I think, actually we might be friends for going on 10 years even. I don't know, 8 years, something like that. Like time is flying. But I didn't know, Jonathan, that you were such an expert in with the history of movies and knowing all about the industry,
I
knowing,
love it.
yeah, like you always finish my sentence with the casting person, all their films that they've cast. You know about the history of the directors and so on and on. So I've recently realized this about you, and I don't know if
Thank
we've
you.
talked before about movies, even though we do have projects that we're working on
Yes.
together.
I'm so
Um,
excited.
yes. And anyway, so Jonathan is going to tell us. So with Kiss of the Spider Woman, it just came out last week.
No, it
And
came out 2 weeks ago, my love.
Okay, 2 weeks ago from when we're taping
From
now.
today.
Yes. And so I went to the theater and saw it, and Jonathan, he bought me my ticket and popcorn and a normal Coke. Thank you, Jonathan. And so I went to the theater and I watched it.
Why do
And I
we
was
say normal? Why do we say normal?
because like not Coke Zero and
Not diet.
and not Diet Coke.
It's bad for you.
Um
The aspartame. It causes
yes.
cancer. It's better
And
to drink a
regular.
regular Coke because the sugar can be dissolved out of your body when you sweat and work out. The diet one just sits there and
Yeah, and
causes
it doesn't taste
formaldehyde.
as good.
It doesn't.
So, yeah, and I feel a little self-conscious that my nails are not done. And
You look
one
great, honey. You look like a star.
oh, thank you. And
You
yeah,
look like Jessica Rabbit.
oh yeah. Yes. I've played Jessica Rabbit before. Um, but anyway, yeah, one of the ideas I had for the podcast is to call it Unpolished because I just want it to be very raw and realness and unpolished, like my nails, darling. But I do want to start getting my nails done, know
You
me.
look great. I would have never even noticed your nails until
Yes,
you
I'm
said
like
it.
I'm trying to hide them in the camera from the camera. So anyway, so Jonathan, now, um, so Kiss of the Spider Woman came out 2 weeks ago now. it has been getting a lot of press now because it is considered a box office bomb, unfortunately, and that's what people are
Unfortunately.
talking. Yeah, they're talking about this. They're not talking about the amazing performance Jennifer Lopez did. They're not talking about her dancing. They're not talking about the incredible set design, the incredible dancers, the voices of these actors that were amazing. And the
The,
acting I thought was
the actors,
exceptional.
the boys, the two men, the gay love story,
Yes.
and the directing, the dancing, the costumes, it's just
Yeah,
so under it's so
no
under
one
the radar with that. It's just like you're crucifying this one woman because she's a bad woman and suffering the whole movie.
Yes. Yeah, and so we were saying before in our first test episode that we talked about Kiss of the Spider Woman, um, my guess was that before the movie came out, I didn't really see much press about it. I mean, some of
There
these
was
movies, it's like you can't look anywhere without a billboard or, them doing their press junkets about a film that's coming out. But like, I know of one, my friend who is in LA, and he was able to go to a screening, and J-Lo was actually there, and I believe along with her producer. And what's her producer?
Elaine Goldsmith Thomas.
Yeah, so Elaine, she is on all of J-Lo's
Yes.
films.
She used
And,
to be her agent.
yeah, so it's really interesting. And,
Okay, first of all, Rena, we should go to the beginning of Kiss of the Spider Woman, don't you think? Where it all
yeah,
started
yeah,
back in
so where did
80s.
it all start, Jonathan?
Well, back in the 80s, they did a movie with Julia Braga. Was her name Julia Braga?
You're the
Sonia Braga,
expert.
sorry. Sonia Braga, William Hurt, and some other guy. It was a straight movie without singing. Straight movie means no singing, just talking dialogue. And it was
Okay.
called Kiss of the Spider Woman, and that didn't do well either. So, had 20 about 5 years later, they did it to a musical for a star vehicle for Chita Rivera.
And
Chita
that's how
Rivera,
I know Kiss of
yeah,
the
me
Spider
too.
Woman is
It was
just
on
from
Broadway
her.
for many years, and then after that, Vanessa Williams took over her role,
And I
and then
love
after
Vanessa
that, it
Williams.
closed, and nobody heard about Kiss of the Spider Woman, really. It's just this, like, musical, but then all of a sudden, the director, Bill Condon from Chicago, Dreamgirls, Beauty and the Beast, he resurrected it. He had a vision for Aurora, those three lead girls, to be played by Jennifer Lopez. It should have been a no-brainer. Don't you
Wow,
think so,
okay.
sweetie?
Oh, yeah.
A
Yeah, that when my
no-brainer.
well, no, when my friend told me and sent me a picture, like texted me, and I was like, where are you? What are you watching? Why is J-Lo there?" And he goes, "It's her new movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman." And I was like, "Oh, no I had no idea. I didn't even hear about that." So, y I was really surprised, and I was like, "Oh, you're so lucky. I wish I was there," you know? Anyway, so
Well,
so then so J-Lo gets to do this movie, and the end
she's so
credit.
excited. She thinks this is gonna be her Oscar role. And it should, because the role is a Latina role. It has everything JLo's known for, her dancing, her singing, and acting all into one. It's a no-brainer, and plus it's written for a Latin. This is her part, you know? And the problem was they didn't get the right distributor because, as you said, they didn't have enough money for advertising. And if you don't have advertising, no one knows about it. So the distributor didn't have enough P&A budget. So it got
Mm,
lost under the radar.
yeah, that's what I think.
Nobody knows about it.
Yes. No one really knew about it, and, I wonder if they would have done more promotion if people would have seen it, or
No, they don't
or
have the money, honey. All that stuff
yeah,
costs money. Billboards, commercials, press, it's money. It's 3 times the budget. This movie cost 30 million to make. You need an additional 60 million to advertise for it to be
wow.
successful. 3 times the budget.
I kind of now that you bring that up, um, and I always knew that, but it really makes me reexamine the movie that I was in, Showgirls, because, um and, also a musical, but without the the actors singing, um, but I always wondered where that $40 million went, and if it went into the film, or did that go into which Showgirls got a lot of promotion before it came out, like, everyone was anticipating it, but, yeah, but then on screen, I was always like, I don't know, like, I didn't see how they really spent that much well,
Rena,
I
they
guess on the
did.
set.
They
Do you
did.
think they had a
Rena, they
separate
did, babe. You know
well,
how
I'm
much
thinking
it takes
of the G strings.
to make
And I'm
money?
thinking, like, basically, going back, like, the costumes in Kiss of the Spider Woman were amazing, and that's, like, one of the reasons I wanted to see it. Also, I wanted to like you said, you wanted to inspire me to get back to
The dancing.
dancing, and the dancing was great. I especially loved the choreography of the background dancers the most. I don't know why that was just drew my eyes to the background all the background dancers the most for some reason. But, but yeah, like, but our costumes in Showgirls, and I mean, not to really compare Kiss of the Spider Woman to Showgirls, but our costumes were like, I provided most of my own wardrobe, like they're like, "Oh, bring your clothes down and we'll try to dress, my character Penny." And then
Why did you
also
have
like
to bring your own wardrobe like a background actor? Ugh,
yeah, that's because they were considered like independent, low budget-ish
low budget.
kind of movie. Yeah, I know. And, yeah, and then all the other, like, outfits were really just G-strings,
But Rena, you have
the
to
o
take
I mean
consideration the locations.
yeah, and
The
and they did
locations, the hours spent on set, the choreography, all the rehearsals, all the food, all the
yeah,
crew.
the
It adds up.
trailers.
You said that movie took how long to make? 6
My
months?
Showgirls yeah, we were filming for I think it was, like, 5 months,
So
but
it that
we were in rehearsal before that
you
because
had
we
to
were all
pay
in, like, major
everybody.
dance
When you're in
yeah, dance
rehearsal, you don't go
rehearsal.
for free, right? You get paid. So that's
Yeah, and in fact, we well, I'll speak for myself, but I'm sure it's like for everyone, we rehearsed so much and we were getting paid, like, I think the majority of us made the most of our money from all the rehearsals that we were doing and getting paid for those. Do you think that because Kiss of the Spider Woman is being talked about as a flop, do you think that, for one, is it going to gain momentum when it comes out on streaming? And also, is this a perfect setup for it to later be a cult classic?
I think it's gonna make a lot of money in the cult following. I
Mm.
think 10 years from now, people are gonna think it's a masterpiece. The movie Babylon, I really love. Did you ever see Babylon?
No. Maybe we should review
Women
Babylon.
Oh my god, it's such a good movie. It's the best movie in years. That movie
Well,
didn't do
tell
well.
us about tell us about Babylon.
Babylon was a movie with Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, an unknown, and uh I forgot, Gene Smart and a lot of other successful actors. It was about 1920s Hollywood, how they transitioned silent film into talkies. And it was basically the transition of how gritty Hollywood was, how the dirty seediness of it is all. It just basically just told us what old Hollywood was like. And it was so miraculously put together. Damien Chazelle directed it. It was coming off of La La Land. He directed Whiplash. He's one of the best and extraordinary filmmakers we have. It was so extraordinary,
Okay.
and that didn't do well either. So just because a movie doesn't do well or critically doesn't mean it's not a good movie. You saw Kiss of the Spider Woman, wasn't it? Everything first class.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
really was, right?
It was a great production. And and
And,
then,
I really think, Rena, I think it's gonna be a cult classic because they're gonna
okay.
really regret that Jennifer didn't get the accolades she did because she really could dance and sing,
Yes.
and her she's 60 years old, right?
I think she's, in her mid-50s.
She girl, she
Yeah.
did great. I mean, she did really good. She's overexposed, but she did really good in this movie. This was her movie. She should have got more accolades. Um
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's
and
gonna
I
come back to be a cult classic for sure.
okay, that is good. I hope it does. And yeah, I was kinda wishing, uh, just, only seeing it one time, um, that I was wishing that Lo would have had kind of a bigger part. Part of me, these are like the bad parts of the movie, and I love the 2 leading guys. I thought they were amazing, like, such great actors, and yeah, and they play, like, dual parts, like
Yeah, and I loved it, but, I really loved JLo's part. It was perfect for me because it wasn't about her, it was about the men escaping to another world in this horrifying position that they're in. So she served a great purpose in that regard. But, I liked that. I really liked it.
and that is such a great point. I was thinking about that. I'm so happy you brought that up. Like, today I was thinking about when we do our podcast today, just a little bit of a segue into, like, what that movie was really about is, yeah, like, lifting their spirits in this very depressing, like, the most depressing situation they could have been in, and using their creativity to lift their spirits, and that's, like, something I'm realizing more and more, like, um, even doing this podcast, and for you and I both, like, we were very excited to come on here today and record, and, you know, and it's like, I thought it would be I should stop saying "like" so much. I being a valley girl.
It's cute
Um,
like you. I love you. You're adorable.
I have this valley girl thing from the '80s still. But, but yeah, it's like creativity and, like, uh, but creativity and imagination and
Can save your life.
can save your life. And, um, there's also a saying that or a study, and it's been coming up a lot for me, like, I have a friend that told me this, um, and I saw it on YouTube today, but anxiety and anxiety can't exist in your brain while you're doing something creative, while you're engaged in creativity. So it's like part of, wellness, and that's
Absolutely.
kind of the message of Kiss of the Spider Woman, right?
Right. Getting out of if you're in a horrible situation, you can always escape to your fantasies. Like these two men, well, I'm not gonna give it away, but one was into like, you know. But basically the guy was in there to tell a story of his favorite movies. One was gay, like me,
Mhm.
and the other one was heterosexual. They were in there to get to know each other, kind of. But the one that loved movies took them on a journey that gave them a chance to escape their situation that they were in, to enjoy like an experience based on movies. The movie he saw, Kiss of the Spider Woman, and they were transformed into another world because they were in prison. They didn't know where to go, but like stare at the walls. So they were entertained by story, and it saved their lives or their
Yeah.
sanity.
Yeah, and their sanity. Yes. So I feel like with that message from the movie, it's something that is so important, and I feel like for myself at least, like sometimes I was like, "Oh, why do I need creativity? Why do I have to dream about like a movie idea?" Or like, "Oh, why do I have to work so hard for like you and I to come together today and get on this online studio and set up the lights and do a podcast?" And it's like it's challenging, but it brings joy and it's uplifting.
Yes, exactly.
And
And it saves your
that's what
life
yeah,
because you have a
it
vision.
really does, like yeah, and, you know, when people do, arts and crafts and they get ideas to make things, or like, cooking, you get an idea like, "Oh, I wanna make this for dinner," and you go out and you get all the ingredients, or
It's
you wanna bake
self-expression.
a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really that was that main yeah, the main kind of storyline message of Kiss of the Spider Woman. I wish I would have seen it on Broadway, and I haven't even seen anything on Broadway thinking about it,
I'm shocked.
but
Not even at the Amundsen or Schubert or
Um, in LA, yeah, we've talked about that. I once saw, Phantom of the Opera
oh my god,
in
yes.
LA, but not in New York,
That's okay,
and
it's the same thing.
it's the same show
You wanna know why? Because
or
they
the same
travel the show.
Yeah.
The same show.
Well, um, yeah, I wish I could have seen it, and I was, like, with the story, I was a little disturbed, and I think God, did I start crying too? Well, there's 2 parts of the story that I felt terrible, just, like, relating to the story and the actors. One was the kiss of the Spider Woman. That made me sad because, you know,
Yeah, I
the
know.
guy was gonna
'Cause
die
you were
because of that.
yeah, were you sad up that, a man was suppressing himself?
Yeah.
'Cause he really loved men too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was an interesting, um,
Revelation.
revelation, and without getting into it in this podcast, it does have a little bit, reminds me I wanna say reminiscing, like, I can't fit it into
Yeah,
my
'cause you've been
sentence.
through that where your man
Reminiscing of our project we're working on
exactly.
getting off the ground. It has a similar,
thing.
love triangle. Yeah,
Yeah, it does,
kinda.
and I love it. So, going
Yeah.
through all of this, would you like to see it again? Would you recommend it to your friends? Would you spread the word, or would you just let it go and just move on?
That's a good question. I I think it's a movie that someone has to love musicals and love dance. So I would tell my friends that I know that they would enjoy it. That's kinda 'cause if they don't like if someone doesn't like singing and musicals, I don't know if they would like it so much. What do you think?
I think artists would appreciate this movie. People with culture,
Artists.
depth, understanding human nature, humanity. If you're sheltered and if you're closed-minded and closed off, your soul is or your personality, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna relate. You're not gonna understand. This movie
Yeah,
is
if you
for
just want,
artists.
like yeah, like
This mo-
action movies or,
this
like,
movie is
I
what
don't know.
movies should be like. Tonal-wise, thought-provoking stories, different kinds of stories. This is the kind of movies what movie is all about. Exploring different people, different emotions, different
Mhm.
lifestyles, you know? So I think the artist people and people who love film and culture would really appreciate this film.
I agree. Yes. So if you're listening right now, we both say go and see this movie before it's not in theaters. It's probably already out of theaters,
It's
but
out.
it's gonna be streaming, of course.
Yes.
I think once it starts streaming, I think they're gonna make a lot of money. So, it won't be a
You really think
loss.
streaming will make money?
I think so. I think people are gonna wanna see it.
I hope she gets an Oscar for this.
She just might. I I
No, no,
I
but
don't
you
think
know,
that she won't.
but
I don't
she
I
really
don't
did
think
it.
she won't.
She really did a 10 out of 10.
That I think that would be
Her
really
dancing,
great.
like,
Yeah, like last year, Demi Moore got nominated and, didn't she win the Golden Globe too?
yeah, she
Or
did
yeah,
for
she won the Golden
Substance.
Globe
She
and
lost the Oscar.
she lost the Oscar, and even Pamela Anderson, that was so interesting that she got the Golden Globe nomination. So, that would be really cool if Jennifer Lopez if she got a nomination and won the Oscar, and, when I was watching her, I just thought about how impressed I felt by her that she has never given up. Like, she has been at it back in the day when, I was auditioning, Jennifer Lopez was I I would kind of what was it, the Fly Girls? Like, I was on the 20th Century lot, and I heard about the Fly Girls, and I wanted to be a Fly Girl, you know? And, and there she was, and then I know, her career was taking off, and then when I was in New York, I was recording music because I used to, really be focused, like how she is, on doing, music and, recording songs, and and I remember I was in a taxi, and the taxi driver, turned up the song, and he goes, "This is my favorite song," and it was, what's that song that My Love Don't Cost a Thing.
That was
Um,
it?
yeah,
Oh my
and he, turned it up, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, it's Jennifer Lopez," and I was like, "Wow, this girl, she's been," we're kinda crossing paths and stuff, and I feel like I have wavered over the years and, tried to do too many things and, this
Because you
and
thought you
that.
had to.
Yeah, yeah, and when I was watching her, I was like, "It's so inspiring," and I really love that she just stayed with her music. Like, I gave up my music, and she stayed with her music, she stayed with her dancing, she stayed with her movies, now she's producing her own movies with Elaine, and, she's just still at it, and I felt like her dancing is just as
Extraordinary.
good. Yeah, and there's been times where I'd go to dance class, and this was, like, a long time ago, but I would even feel kinda like, "Oh, I'm kinda out of shape, I'm not moving as, quick with my, chaîné turns." But when I was watching her and I'm really good at critiquing dance, like, because anyway, we could tell that story later, but, like, I've done a lot of choreography and taught the other dancers the moves. So like I just have this thing where I can tell certain things, like if their toes are pointed or whatever. And not that I'm a perfect dancer, but I can like critique and see it. But she was just flawless, I thought. Her dancing, like she's still got it in her 50s. She can do
Well, she
all.
practices hardcore. She doesn't take it for
Yeah,
granted. She is practicing from morning to night till she gets on the set. She doesn't take it for granted. She's working the scene before the day. She's up at night working it, working it, working it so she can have it ready, perfected.
yeah. And I also heard um I've heard her say over the years that she doesn't drink alcohol, like she's never
No,
drank.
she doesn't.
And so, that's it that's probably part of the reason why she has such great stamina and energy. Like she's not hungover and like dehydrated, you know? Like she's yeah, she's on her game and it's pretty extraordinary actually. And, and going back to Demi Moore,
I love Demi Moore.
yeah, and she is still just, like, taking off, and she, like and just comparing those 2 only because we're,
Well,
along with
one's very
myself.
sweet, I heard, and the other one is very cheap, rude, and inconsiderate.
Who?
Demi is sweet. Girl, I heard that at a restaurant, she'll give 100% tip every time.
Oh, Demi.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jennifer,
yeah.
Jennifer, if you tip her, she'll go ask the waiter for the money back.
Jennifer doesn't want a tip because you
Allegedly,
know about
allegedly.
allegedly. Okay.
And that turns me off. And a lot of people don't want to support someone who's evil.
Yeah, Lo. She does have this whole other kind of bad press thing going. I didn't know about that, but she does have, yeah, some like bad stories and then her mostly with men, right? Like all of
With
her
men, her
men
assistants,
trouble.
everybody. She's known to be very cheap.
Oh,
She's known to
well,
be all about her. She's not known to be giving back to the community through helping others, lifting up. If I saw you struggling, I would grab your hand and take you up with me. She'd leave you there to rot while she walked away.
well,
Allegedly.
maybe
Allegedly.
allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah,
It's
that's
heartbreaking because you
interesting.
want your stars who are in the public eye to be loving, to be gracious, to be kind to you, to be the one that if you met them, you wouldn't be disappointed.
Well, I have, being that I going back to Demi Moore, like I worked with her on Striptease, and her dancing. I wish that movie would get a second life because her dancing is amazing, so impressive. But not only that,
She never trained.
oh, yeah, she's like a natural dancer, but she was so nice and like which I was so grateful and, like, impressed because, she at that time for Striptease, she was the highest paid woman ever in movies because we know that women don't get paid the same as the,
Men,
you know, guy yeah, the
the
stars,
guy
the big
lean.
stars, guys. Yeah.
But I heard she lifted women up. She took you with you. I mean, she took you
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah, and and she, like, for instance, she gave me a book that she signed it, um, which was Deepak Chopra's book back then, which I thought was so sweet, and then she gave me a little angel, like, belly ring, which not belly ring, it was what is it? Like a belly chain, like a necklace
Yeah.
thing that goes around your stomach. Um, and had an angel, and she wrote the sweetest note to me,
My
and
gosh.
she is, like she's a real, like,
Human.
down to earth person. She really is, even though we're seeing her now, come out of, like, the cocoon because she went away to wherever that was, Dakota
To
or
Montana. Yeah,
Montana.
Idaho,
Um,
Idaho.
Dakota.
Sorry.
Idaho.
To to raise
Yeah.
her kids, she got
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and then now she, like, came back and wow, and so now she's just this glamorous, beautiful, actress, and, um, it's just really inspiring, and I'm so happy that
And
she
another
got
thing about
back on
Jennifer,
top.
Rena, another thing about Jennifer, can you relate? She's overexposed.
Yes, that's what
Who
you were
the
saying
hell wants to go
last
to a
time.
movie theater in this age and time, pay $25 for the ticket, another 55 for the drinks, popcorn, snacks, 75 bucks to see someone you can see and watch their every move on Instagram or the press? She's overexposed. That she doesn't let people miss her. She could have had a success with this movie if she went away for a year, hid away, and came out with this movie. When you're overexposed, people don't want to watch you. I don't. You could
Right.
get it for free.
Yeah.
What do you think? I think that's another reason it bombed.
Yeah,
She's too
that could be
overexposed, honey.
yeah,
You got to
maybe
go away. You have to hide away. Make people miss you.
yeah. Yes. She's gotta yeah, let people miss her for a while. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do that, though.
I know.
So,
So,
well, this is what happened on our first, test episode. I was asking Jonathan to sing some of amazing songs from Kiss of the Spider Woman. And then then we even started talking about we were getting way off topic. We were talking about Debbie Gibson, and
I
then
loved her.
Jonathan sang us a Debbie Gibson song
Should
because,
I
yes,
do
we're
it?
inspired by her. What?
It's called Lost in Your Eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Jonathan sang "Lost in Your Eyes,"
Oh,
and,
I love it.
so then we were having so much fun, but realized you have to get a license in order to play that if you're posting it on Spotify.
It's so sad.
Today yeah, it's so frustrating.
It's
So
heartbreaking because who cares?
yeah, and so today, a song that I'm pretty sure I mean, I'm kinda sure, but I'm pretty sure that that is not it's a public domain at this point. So I'm
I
going
think
to
it
ask
is.
Jonathan yeah, I think it is. So instead of the Kiss of the Spider Woman songs, Jonathan is going to sing for us another one of our favorite movies, which, oh, I have a story about. Wizard of Oz. Jonathan is going to sing us some Wizard of Oz, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Take it away, Jonathan.
Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. There's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I'll wish upon a star and that's where you'll find me. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, and living on the rainbow's rough. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you. What a voice.
I love you, Rita.
Beautiful voice. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. I always love it when Jonathan sings. I'm so impressed. And he is, I mean, you are a musical theater performer too.
I can't hit the
So,
notes. I'm a movie actress
but you're a movie actress.
with you.
Yes. Yes. But you could be on Broadway and so
Would you pay to see me?
oh, yes. Yes. You know, maybe you'll be in the next Kiss of the Spider Woman too. Oh,
I want to make
and
my own movie. Aurora.
I'll be Aurora.
You could do it, Rena.
Yes. Something in our career in which we both did a scene at Pink's Hot Dogs. We touched upon
Rena,
that
what the fuck? Oh my
and
God, are you serious?
yeah, and and then you did the same thing last time. You're like, "Oh no." But yeah, I think it's kind of cool because um yeah, you have like a Pink's hot dog thing and my scene that was in the David Lynch movie Mulholland Drive took place at Pink's hot dog. So we and your Pink's hot dog scene
It's iconic too.
is is iconic. Yeah,
It
so I
is
think that's really cool. Yeah, and you get requests
on
for
Cameo and
cameos
like
because
cameos,
of
a
your
mob waiting
performance.
outside for me outside and following me. It's crazy.
And that
I
was
didn't know
called
my life would turn out like that. It was such out of the blue.
yeah. Well, it just goes to show you, right? Like that's the thing and it was called Nathan for
It
You.
was called Nathan for You. My episode was called Hot Dog.
Hot dog. Okay.
Yeah. I walked in.
And
You want me to say her?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, tell us
Okay,
tell us
everybody. I walked in to a huge production crew. I was going in to do a shoot for a background job. I walk in and they say, choose one of these. I say, oh, I'm going to be a doctor's appointment because I didn't know because it's just like I was on camera. I was like, oh. And then I had to go in front of everybody in the line. And I said, I'm not butting in front of these people. It was a huge line. And I thought it was, they knew because it was the production crew and they cut the footage when I said, I'm not betting those people because I know they would be, you know, this was a prank show. You know what I mean? So I specifically said, I will not bet these people. What did they do? Say, "Oh, no, it's okay. They already know. It's okay. Just, come up here and order your food." So I said, "I am so sorry, you guys. This is for the show. We love you." And I was so sweet and everything. And then I ordered the hot dog, and they were following me, eating the hot dog, everything. And then, I'm laughing to the bank because I had such a good time. They try to punk me. I was in on the joke. I schooled them. I was fabulous. I made it look like such a great time. So who knew butting in line for a hot dog could be so much fun?
Yes. Okay, I have a few questions for you. Well, for one, I wanna know which hot dog did you order?
I ordered the one with the works because 'cause I'm addicted to gluttony foods, like rich and amazing foods like you and stuff. I got the hot dog with
Yeah.
the cream
With the
cheese.
works?
With the
Cream
works, the
cheese?
cream cheese, the mustard, the ketchup, the onions, the jalapenos, the bun, the jumbo dog, and I just loved it so much.
Oh, I'm so
What
happy you
about
got the
you?
works.
What about you, darling?
Well, my favorite Pink's hot dog is the chili cheese with the, like, nacho cheese kind of
I love that.
one, and I like to put mustard on it, but I actually have the Mulholland Drive dog that is there, so it's like the Mulholland Drive dog that's basically a hot dog is named after me and my 2 other actors that were in
Oh,
the
I
scene,
love that, and what
and
was the,
David Lynch, of course.
what's on the Mulholland dog?
Um, it is like it's we have to look it up, but it's something that I didn't really
Oh, I'm
want.
hungry for a
It's
hot dog.
bacon. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah, I
it's
have
kinda like
bacon
the
on mine.
works. Yeah, there's the Mulholland Drive dog has bacon and onions and I don't know, I just remember it has, like, bacon, but yeah, it's kinda like the works.
Oh, that's amazing. We should go down there and do the podcast and have lunch and gossip, and
Yeah, because we both have a Pink's hot dog scene in our lives.
it was horrible, but I loved it. I put so many smiles on so many people's faces. It made it so worth it.
And that's what I was gonna say. Isn't that amazing that here you got this part and you had no idea that day that it would turn into
The lead.
something, the lead, something that made you iconic, something that people love. You bring joy to so many people's lives because it's such a great scene. You were so fabulous in it.
Well, the
And
reason it was
so,
so outrageous, he ended up taking me on a boat and having a cartoon chopping off my head, and my body is sinking down to the ground. A shark eats me
okay, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen
for
this.
cutting in line over a
Oh,
stupid hot dog.
oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God, people are
Okay.
cruel. People are just so cruel.
Well, it goes to show you, it kind of brings us back to Jennifer Lopez, um, and what we were saying about her after all these years. She works really hard, staying great as a dancer.
Right, but Rena, it's
And
also a catch-22 with that because she works hard and she's dedicated to her craft, but she's not kind to others. No one has said a nice thing about her who's worked with her.
oh,
No one has seen, and when she goes out, she's not kind. She puts on a show. So it's not the whole picture. You know what I mean?
okay.
She
Yeah,
works
and
hard,
it
yes, but is she
yeah.
really a girl? She's in the public eye. She's an actress people dream of becoming. Why aren't you kind to your people, your fans? Like, why aren't you giving your all to your fans?
Well, this seems to be, a lot. Okay, well, the first thing, it just goes to show you to always have hope and always be prepared, and just preparedness meets opportunity, and that's when things can happen. So you can't give
Right.
up. You have to push yourself. Like I was at the gym today, and I'm like trying to get, back in my best shape. I mean, I'm not in bad shape, but just, like, to the point where I feel prepared. I need to be in dance class, that's kinda how I got Showgirls. I was in dance class. I was I was just prepared. I was like, I
Oh, I
could have been
love
thrown
that.
on
I
set that
really love
day,
that.
and I notice in my life when I am prepared and something about being in dance class, like, because you can get rusty, and you're not doing your
Yeah,
turns
you
as well,
can,
and
and
you
with
can't pick up
acting
on the
too.
dance. And with
With
acting
acting
too, and
too, and singing.
memorizing, yeah, and singing, like, you have to just keep yourself, uh, like, practiced,
The
and then
muscle.
opportunities will come. It's really hard for things to work out if you're not ready. And secondly, what
I
you were
think it's
saying.
important to be ready, my love, but I think it's important not to be obsessive over it. Live your life, enjoy your life, let it come to you. Because if you're focused on it, it can kill you. Because this is a very hard
So
industry.
true.
If you just let it go and you were working on your craft and enjoying life and talking to your girlfriend, then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, they want me. You weren't even thinking about it. And it just came so natural.
Yeah, that is so much a part of the delicate way of having that right mindset and, with manifesting these kind of things. But, some people are skeptical about manifesting, but it's more like your energy and your way of thinking and like, um, yeah, getting on with your life. Like when I was at Playhouse West, that was a big part of that acting school was that they wanted us to go and have a life. They said if you're not out having a life and reading books and enjoying yourself and having activities, like we would have to go and have, oh, we're all going to go to the zoo today or, that something like that. Then they said you can't be a good actor. So, yeah, you have to like have a life and it's really hard to do that sometimes because you're just sitting around like, depressed because you're not you're not on the set. You're not booking the parts.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
so
such great
sad.
advice.
That's
It's
so
so
sad.
sad. And the other note that you said,
But why do we want
it's
these parts in Hollywood? Why do you think we as stars want these parts in Hollywood? Because we could be going out and getting parts in community theaters, making short films. Why do you think it's people are so hungry to be in Hollywood? I know. They want the attention, they want the gratification, they want the think it's the money. They want the love they're missing in their life. They think it's gonna fill the missing void in their lives if they finally just make it. We finally just make it in that one movie where everyone sees us. We've got to see ourselves first. You know what I mean? We've got to love ourselves first and know that if we don't make fuck, we're still people. We're still worth it.
it's so true, and then, I'm a great example of that, how all the Hollywood stuff, it's so fleeting unless you are constantly staying on top, and even nowadays,
It's
if
impossible,
they're
right?
yeah, even our biggest A-list stars, like, like you mentioned Brad Pitt, like, y
They're
it's
not
really
going to
hard for
see
anyone to
him.
stay.
They're not going to
Yeah.
see him. He can't even open a movie of 100 million unless it's an action or there's no stars. People don't go to movies for stars anymore because you've been seeing it every weekend at the box office. Just because you have the big star doesn't mean you're going to break the box office. You've seen it, right? Babylon
Yeah.
bombed. Babylon bombed. And it was a fabulous movie with Brad Pitt in the lead. It did not make the budget. It only made about $10 million off of $100 million budget.
I'm kinda
So,
remembering this now,
so
actually.
it's just
Mm.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and even, bringing up Babylon, that
It was
is
such a
a
good
really
movie. Ugh, what an
uh,
epic
and
movie.
well, it's a great example of what is happening now with, like, the silent movies turning into the talkies back then and Norma Desmond and, Sunset Boulevard. Um, oh, my dog. Should Wilson make an appearance?
Hi, Rose.
Oh, he wouldn't come in before. He wanted to
Hi,
stay in the
Wilson.
garage. Okay, good. Wilson's here. Um, but yeah, so what's happening now in Hollywood or,
The
going to
business.
the business, going to the movie theater, I feel like it's the silent movies going into the the talkies.
You're so crazy. That's funny. I love that.
Yeah, this is our unpolished, the Rena Riffel Podcast, unpolished, with Wilson slurping his water.
My God.
Well, but yeah, there maybe in our next podcast we can talk about. I mean, we all know it's happening, but maybe just, have our opinions and our stories about how those old days of going to the theater. I don't think the theater is going away, but yeah, so now we can just, we can do our own TV shows on YouTube. And YouTube is expanding now, even to where they said it's going to be presented a little bit more like Netflix. So they're just, yeah. So it's like, what's holding us back? Yeah, everything
Money.
takes some money.
Money.
Yeah,
That stuff
everything
still
takes some
costs
money.
money. You have to film
It,
the angles. You have to have time. We have jobs, okay? We have to support ourselves. We can't just be doing all these TV shows without compensation. Everybody wants you and
yes,
me to work for free.
that's what the problem is. And so yeah, it's always about like monetizing and how do we monetize. And, even when we do this podcast, I was learning, that I took a course just a few days ago and just listened to it, but they said, what is your call to action? So we have to have a call to
But
action.
what about
And
why does everything have to be so confusing? You know what I
it
mean?
is so
Like
confusing.
call to
It's like a
action.
spider web. It's like
Rena,
it's like kissing the
what is
spider
your
woman.
call to action? What does that even mean?
Well, so
Everything
my
is
my
speaking
call
in
to
riddles.
action, yeah, yeah. There's so many different parts of it, and they're like, um, yeah. So I guess my call to action would be, you guys, um, I would love for you to subscribe. Subscribing would help our channel, our podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, please subscribe. And if you're listening to us, subscribe. So that would be my call to action, because it helps, because I guess we need those numbers to then
Okay,
get
my call to action is
ads,
my call to action is
advertisement.
my call to action, my love, is just waking up and being my damn self, coming whatever comes my way and enjoying life, being
Oh, that's a
fabulous.
good call to action. And I'm so happy that you came on the show. I'm so happy you're in my life.
Oh,
You
I
are
love
such
you,
a
girl.
wonderful friend. You're so talented.
You are too.
You just and and I'm so proud of you for working so hard and working at getting these movies off the ground. You've taken risks. You've put yourself out there, and you're still going, and it's really, it takes a lot to do what you're doing. So
Oh,
I want to
honey,
say that I really admire that, and congratulations
I
on
love you,
all
mama.
your
You're such an
success.
inspiration. You are my best
Thank
friend.
you. Thank you. So I guess we should say say goodbye
Bye, guys. I'll see you
to
next
our
week
audience.
on another Rena Riffel
Yes.
podcast.
You'll see. Yes. Oh, say that again, because I was like interrupting
You
you.
guys, we're going to see you next week, okay, on another Rena Riffel podcast.
Yes.